Today we're here with Steve Taylor, CEO of BlueRush. Steve, welcome.
Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. Can you please tell us a little bit more about BlueRush?
Absolutely. So BlueRush builds, markets a platform called IndiVideo. IndiVideo is a interactive personalized video platform. So that basically means we can inject data into video, things like names, numbers, graphs, charts, interactivity, pretty much anything you could do with a website, we can do with a video. And that drives a incredible level of engagement, which is kind of what's special about personalized video. You can really get people's attention online and keep their attention long enough to communicate a story, build some trust, and give them that level of trust to take an action.
So what's the company's main product or service?
Yeah, so our main product is IndiVideo, which is the personalized video platform. We also do provide digital services that are complementary to our SaaS offering. So we have a healthy services business as well. And we help a lot of our clients just understanding, where do they have gaps in the customer journey online. And then ultimately we're doing that to also show them where personalized video can be injected into that customer journey, which can really be anywhere from kind of acquisition. We've got great stories around helping acquire more customers, onboarding, that very important step where you've got a new customer and you're trying to get them actually signed up and cross-sell, renewal, and just generally driving customer satisfaction through all of that. So, but IndiVideo is our main platform for sure.
Steve, what sets BlueRush apart from the competition?
Great question. So the biggest differentiator for us is that we render everything dynamically, which means we don't create a video file and then send it. And I know that doesn't sound like much, but if in the personalized video world, if you can imagine, if you want to send a personalized video to 2 million customers, everybody getting a unique video for them, you don't want to create 2 million videos and then have 500,000 people view them. It's wasteful. And it's just a much more expensive approach that our competitors have. So our dynamic rendering capability means that when you click the button in the player, at that point we send the payload. And so our cost model is just drastically better than our competitors. And that translates into better pricing for our customers, and for our shareholders translates into a beautiful gross margin profile. So we're north of 90% now gross margins on the SaaS business. But there's other advantages to it as well. Like one of the big ones is around data. You'll notice if you started to follow BlueRush, you notice we've had a ton of success in the financial services vertical.
Speaking of customers, who are BlueRush's largest customers?
So one thing when you work with the financial services customers, they don't always want you to talk about their names too much. But so I'm a little bit hamstrung there, unfortunately. But I will say that we are working with now 3 of the 10 largest insurance companies in North America. We're working with 3 of the 5 largest banks in Canada. And also in North America, we have several top 10 banks. The utility that we signed up is one of the largest utilities in the United States. And so we tend to work with large customers. I apologize, I just can't say the names just because there is sensitivity around that. But we've proven our ability to get into these large enterprises.
Well, like you kind of mentioned, you just reported Q2 financials and some really impressive growth. Can you tell us more about the quarter?
Yeah, absolutely. So we booked 300,000 plus of new what we call committed ARR. Committed ARR is basically a lot of times in our business, you book a deal, the deal is sold, you've even sent the invoice, preferably for the first 12 months. But there's a lag while you're actually delivering between where you can, actually, until you can actually recognize the revenue. So committed ARR is the most important number to track, really, because that's really showing our growth and our sales, and eventually does flow into revenue. So 300,000 plus in the quarter is beautiful. The gross margins, as I said, past 90%. All of that pushed our committed ARR in total over 3 million, which is a really nice milestone. You probably talk to a lot of SaaS companies, you guys, so you'll know like 3 million is a bit of a magic number, and not a lot of companies get there.
Very impressive stuff. And that being said, what should investors expect for the remainder of 2022?
Great question. My answer is more of the same. We're gonna keep growing our customer base. We're gonna keep adding new customers. We're gonna keep driving the margins, and we're I honestly think our strategy is solid right now. The only other thing I would say is that we've done a lot of work around adding video to bills and statements, and then we've done a lot of work with the marketing groups inside these customers of ours, and we're now supporting the sales people, so wealth managers, people selling mortgages, and giving those salespeople, the ability to use video to book meetings, and just overall be more successful. And everybody's trying to figure out how to arm salespeople with video, but we figured out a way to do it and still help our customers manage their compliance obligations, which are significant, obviously, and their brand consistency and all those kind of objectives. So this is going to be a new revenue stream for us. We booked a couple of customers with this new capability to support sales. So you should see more of that coming into our announcements and disclosures as well. And again, that's even more upside for us on the horizon.
And any other closing thoughts? Anything you want to share?
Honestly, I would just say, this industry, when we started, we really booked our first contract in October of 2018. And in those days, and really the first couple of years, it was very evangelical, where, nobody had heard of this, and we really had to go in and explain what it was. And I would call it sort of an uphill into the wind kind of sales process. But this industry of interactive personalized video, it has arrived. Like we're getting more and more inbound inquiries. There's more awareness among marketing teams, sales teams about this capability, and they're looking for it. So it's really exciting to kind of be in something when you see it transitioning from that sort of like niche, as they say, kind of evangelical stage into becoming something that's going to be really just a core capability that brands are going to want to embrace and are embracing to drive better results online. So it's a really cool window we're in right now, and it's a great company. Honestly, a great company to be a part of. It's very exciting.
Steve Taylor, CEO of BlueRush, thank you so much for joining us today.
All right, thank you. I appreciate the time.